Good morning, good morning. It's Celeste of Astrology by Celeste. Yes, it is. I'm here for the Astro and the Oracle program. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the astrology. And then I'm going to pull cards for Oracle guidance to help us navigate the rest of the week and this full moon in Aries that's coming up. And I'm going to use Seasons of the Witch, Winter Tarot, A Journey Through Yule and Imbolc by Lorraine Anderson, illustrated by Tihana Lukovic. And this is a rock pool publishing deck. Look at that, beautiful. It comes in this beautiful, beautiful box. It has this amazing guidebook. Ooh, and this is a whole series, Seasons of the Witch. There's several decks by different creators, and it's part of the rock pool publishing family. And then this is what the cards look like. So you'll see those in a little bit. I just started working with it and it was right on point. Yes, it was. Let's see, any announcements? There's still spots to join me in Park City, Utah. I think I have 2 spots left for the OPA Cosmic Shift Retreat. We're going to be talking about predictive astrology in a 3-day intensive. It's going to be so great to be together in community. And last year we went to this property and it's so beautiful. Park City, Utah is really, really beautiful. And it was just wonderful. So if you're so interested, you can go to the link in my bio or opaastrology.org. Great time to come together for community and learning and fun. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Yes. Good morning, Dee and Nina. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Hot Tater and Raven and Southern Lady. Oh, I'm glad it's your favorite lunch live. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Okay, what the astrology is astrologying, but we are still in eclipse season. So there's a lot of intensity with the energy, and it's really important to take care of ourselves. And anxiety can really be running amok. I was calm as a cucumber till yesterday when the president talked about military training grounds on American cities, and then that started to bring up a little anxiety with me because I live in a city, and it's a form of psychological warfare as well against the people. So we have to realize that let's not get ourselves too excited about anything until we see more of what is unfolding from the energy in the room of all of these military leaders. They were not on board with, this sort of thing, but we'll see what happens. But just a reminder to let's not pretend that this is not a stressful time. I mean, some people just like to pretend, but that's not me. I'm an Aries moon. I gotta keep it real. It's stressful. And we had a solar eclipse at 29 degrees of Virgo, a sign of order. And Virgo brings order to chaos. And so there can be also, the 29th degree is a degree of crisis and decay. So there's this stimulation of nervous energy that's also rising up within the collective. So we really need to use all our tools to calm ourselves down. I joined this Tuesday night meditation group, which has been really, really helpful for me. So think about what can you do to stay grounded? How can you protect your energy? I like to draw a bubble around myself, arm's length, and you can clean. Just think about how you can clean your own energy. That could be something that you do if you're feeling your anxiety or worry or whatever rising. Now we're in Libra season where the sun is in the sign of Libra, a sign that rules harmony and balance, partnerships. Libra also is about appearance and how things look. It's an air sign, so communication and connection can really be helpful. Yes, I had a beautiful exchange yesterday with Vivian, who's a writer, and she does tarot, and so she did some tarot for me, and I did some astrology for her, and it was this connection, and we're both Cancer risings and Aries moon, so it was just a really wonderful time to connect one-on-one with someone, face-to-face. So think about doing that. If there's a friend you haven't talked to for a while, or if there's someone new, like if someone in your neighborhood, making connections with community can be so important. Check it, like just extend yourself to someone, especially after the moon. In a few hours, the moon will go into Aquarius, the sign of friends. So the sun and the moon will be in this smooth, easy flowing trine. And if there's someone you've been meaning to connect with, or and you want, it's a beautiful energy to reach out to someone and say, hey, let's just go for coffee. Yes, D can only take your news through the lens. Yes, I have got to. I even, I love to be in touch with what's going on, but I have to give myself a break too, because there's so much coming in. Yes, there is. Absolutely. Yeah. And so some of the stories, and then the first quarter moon is a time of action. And the moon is still in Capricorn, and it was in Capricorn. So that's a square. There's tension, and something that's really interesting. There's something called dignity that talks about the strengths of a planet when it's in a sign. It's not as crucial when you're looking at natal charts, but when you're looking at what's going on in the sky, I think dignity is a very powerful way to understand the energy. And so the sun in Libra, it's in the sign of its fall, opposite Aries, where it's exalted. And a planet in fall can go to extremes to get what it wants. And one of the biggest stories, and the moon in Capricorn is in the sign of its detriment. It's in exile, far away from home, where it's like, there's this stoic nature to Capricorn because it's a Saturn ruled sign. And the news literally reads like that. So the 800 military leaders, the ones that are in leadership, Capricorn is a sign of leadership, were called from all over the world but into Washington or Quantico, whatever, in Virginia. So they were in exile. Detriment is exile, as far away from home as you can be. So these people traveled from all over the world to go sit and be lectured to by a Fox News host. Yeah, about, and one of the topics was the sun in Libra. He's a leader, the head of the Department of Defense, war, whatever you want to call it, is someone who has not anywhere near like a fraction of the experience of the people that he's lecturing, and that they don't respect him. You could just feel it. And he was talking about grooming standards and like people being fat, and it was all about, there was a lot about the appearance, which is very Libra. People with strong Libra energy sometimes on the shadow side can be so focused on appearance, how things look, that what's underneath the surface doesn't matter. Like Hitler was a Libra rising. He really, really, really focused in on this like Aryan ideal. That can be Libra energy on the shadow side, even though he didn't conform to it himself, which, anyway, the commander-in-chief could not pass one of these tests. So anyway, we don't need to go there. But think about the astrology when you think about what you were seeing in that if you saw an eclipse of that. And Capricorn, the military, like all very stoic, the military leaders. Another big story was that Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban are getting divorced, which is, that's very sad, but Libra rules marriages. And Capricorn, the first quarter moon, they've been separated for a while, but this is when they're letting the public know so that the people are, oh, yeah, it's somebody's moved out of their house, someone's in exile, that sort of thing. And then another story was that this AI actress, Tilly Norwood, is looking for representation. One of the things I said for Uranus going retrograde in Gemini for the first time is a robot took my job, was one of the images I got. And then we had the lunar eclipse in Pisces. So these robots, they're not robots, they're computer generated, but there's a pop star, and now there's this actress who is being shopped around to replace literally human beings in movies. And this is causing a lot of outrage. So you can think about, the sun in Libra, about Libra rules arts and cultures. And she's looking for representation. She's looking for, and that's a Libra topic. It has to do with, your associations. Someone who's going to negotiate for you and be a mediator between the computer and the studios that would be hiring her. So that was a wild, wild story. And that puts actual literal people who could play in a movie in exile in the Capricorn. This is very, very disorienting. The Celestial Insights podcast this week is called The Twilight Zone. And reading this, it's like being in the Twilight Zone. Yeah, it's deep tensions around authenticity, creativity, and labor rights are some of the things that are coming up in conversation based on this. Yeah. Oh yeah, the military leaders were lectured on grooming, fitness, and the warrior ethos. We're having a full moon in Aries, where the sun is in Libra, the moon is in Aries, opposite each other on Monday. So yeah, that whole lecture was about warrior ethos and grooming, that Aries Libra tension. The U.S. government is shut down because the politicians, which are Libra archetypes, couldn't get it together and negotiate a deal. And so we will see what happens from here. But this is not good. We have Capricorn in the U.S. is in our second house of finances. So the sun and the moon in conflict. And we'll see. All these people are going to lose their jobs. And it's just horrible, horrible, horrible. Yeah. Anything else? I think you get the picture about how the astrology represents that tension, that square. But at the first quarter moon, you only have half the story. So we'll see. This full moon is going to be a big one. The full moon in Aries. So Aries is a sign, this is on Monday. So we're moving, the moon is moving from Capricorn to Aries over the week. And those are both cardinal initiating signs. And Aries rules independence. So we're going to be seeing probably around the world some more people in the streets for fighting for their independence. It rules conflict. It rules competition. So notice what you're seeing in sports stories that have to do with how people are dressed or what they look like and things like that. Labor. We'll see if some, people going on strike. But it's really important to be aware of your physical surroundings and safeties because people's minds are snapping and they are just losing it. This whole rapture thing, now the rapture date has been postponed to Monday's full moon. So, yeah. Apparently, and it's hard to know what's true or what's not true with rapture TikTok, where apparently a bunch of people sold their stuff or gave away their cars and homes. It doesn't make any sense. So, yeah. It's wild what is going on. Oh, your husband. Okay, Julia, your husband is a Libra sun and Cap rising. His shadow has been apparent recently. Absolutely. Capricorn on the shadow can be very austere, domineering, and even kind of cruel. Yeah, with like the lack of emotion. The moon is at home and in Cancer, which can feel and emote and connect. And Capricorn, yeah, a bit of the shadow. And in Libra, a Libra season, air signs are intellectual, where there can be a pulling away or a dissociation from the emotional body, where people can and like Libra Capricorn can be like people lacking connection and in terms of on an emotional level, and it being more just like do this, do that, do this, and separated from the emotion. So, but a lot of people are probably dissociating because of all the stress of what is going on in the collective, and that's how they're dealing with it. So, yeah. So I hope we all have shadows, and it's good that you recognize it, and yeah. You'll see. Try not to have a big conflict this weekend as we approach the full moon, if you can, or maybe you'll have to have a conversation where everybody's calm and as relaxed as they can be, and just have a loving conversation about what's going on. Yeah. Yes, the Libra shadow. Yeah. What are Thoughty? Tiffany says she has a dignified placement or two, and some Thoughty was. I love that. Oh my God, Cardi B she has Libra. Her sun and moon are in Libra and Aries. I think she's a Libra sun and Aries moon. My God, she and Nicki Minaj are at each other again, saying some things that, oh my God, I can't even repeat them. It's just such a low blow. She said something about the woman's child having problems. It's like children should be off limits. Yeah. So people are, we all, I can't help it. I can't hate Cardi. She is so funny. When she's on, she's so authentic. She's got that Aries mood. When she's doing it good, she's great. But sometimes her in court was was amusing. Yeah. Your lover is a Libra sun with an Aries moon. Well, they're going to be in their most comfortable state this weekend as we move to the full moon on Monday. Depending on their chart, how their chart is. If they're comfortable with themselves, they should be in a bit of a comfortable state. Yeah. That's a great combination. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Tiffany. I'm not a fan of hers. I mean, she has some good, Nikki, she has some good songs, but yeah, I'm Team Cardi too. Yeah. Yes, Venus is conjunct the South Node on Saturday. So it's really good to keep this in mind. Venus right now is in the sign of Virgo, where it's in the sign of its fall, where it can get really critical, talking about, I don't want to see any fat generals and and this, that, the other thing about your grooming. Yeah, picking apart. So watch out for picking apart yourself or your loved ones with Venus in Virgo, because Venus is gonna hit the South Node on Saturday, and that can send Venusian topics down the drain. So, which could be relationships, money. It's not a good time to be buying anything impulsively that you hadn't planned for. and just like on a whim, because that could be leaving you broke, yeah, or on layaway or that kind of stuff. Yeah, just keep that in mind. The best way you can use Venus conjunct the South Node is being giving and loving to someone, like being a little bit selfless and of service, like simple acts of love where you're taking care of someone by taking like the load off of them. Yeah, doing something that's like taking a duty off of someone else. Yeah, taking out the garbage or whatever for someone. Picking up their kid for school for them or something like that can be really helpful. Just simple acts of service. Yeah. Okay. You're waking up after not being able to sleep. Yeah, this morning, I went to bed early and I was tired this morning. I've been tired the last few days. Hopefully by the full moon, I'll feel more rested. Yeah. Okay, let's do these cards. So what I'm going to pull is for the full moon, something to think about. So Libra rules relationships. Aries rules the self. It's I am versus I partner. How do you show up in relationships? Your cards are going to be food for thought. You're going to listen for your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. And it's, again, I'm using Seasons of the Witch, Winter Tarot by Lorraine Anderson and Tihana Lukovic. And it's a rock pool deck. And let me see. We're going to start with Aries, as we always do. This is going to be your full moon, Aries, whether and you're going to listen for your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign for a 3-card reading. I can't remember if I said that. This is your full moon, Aries. This is whether you are a sun. It's about your identity. Whether you're a moon, your emotional body. I'm an Aries moon. And whether you're a rising sign, that rising sign rules your whole chart. Mars is in the sign of Scorpio at home, where it can do what it does with ease, like focused, strategic action. So think about how you can do that, Aries. This can be really helpful for you, this full moon. And illuminating how you relate in your partnerships, and maybe some themes about what needs to change. For your highest good. Ooh, I pulled the Winter Emperor. This is an Aries card. So this deck has themes. It's a tarot deck, but it has themes about winter, which is like looking within and the shadows. So it's really good to bring things to light. Let me just read this, because in tarot, the Emperor card is an Aries card. Yes, it is. And Teresa Reed, the tarot lady, she's teaching a tarot course that's more involved. I'm thinking of taking it to deepen my understanding of tarot. I mean, I understand. I know what all the cards mean, but like being able to use it, like I'm primarily an astrologer, and use it on a deeper level. Yeah. So you can check out her website if it's going to be about like timing with cards and stuff. So I know this means like Aries season, the spring. Yeah. Anyway, our maiden finds herself facing the giant of the mountain, known as the Winter Emperor. He stands as the authority, deciding who is worthy to pass and who is refused access to safety. In these rocky hills are his community, which he guards fiercely, though we cannot know for sure whether he's protecting those under his care or he's an oppressive force denying them freedom. This is the test of the maiden's confidence and strength. There are others paths to take, but this is the shortest and most direct route. She can back down or face the authority before her, commanding respect and embracing her power. So to me, this is like, how do you approach things where there is going to be a conflict? Well, do you just avoid it and fold like a card table? Or do you stand up and move forward through when you're faced with challenges? And it might not be a person, it could be a thing. When you're struggling to do something, do you just give up? Or do you have that Aries energy that is ready to take on a challenge, to keep going? Yes, yes, yes. Much like the Kailich, I don't know what that is, but anyway, the Emperor is viewed as potentially problematic or having constructive qualities to strive for, depending on who you ask. The Winter Emperor represents the masculine, which encompasses authority, aggression, structure, forces, rules, hierarchy, and oppression. There are positive attributes as well in the form of confidence, autonomy, empowerment, respect, responsibility, success, and leadership. It is encouraging expression that this card is a nudge to take control of your own life. Okay, I'm making this the card for everyone to think about this. We're all going to think about this and how we react with this. So this is the universal card, and it's an Aries full moon. So yeah. Okay. So, and leadership in encouraging expression, this card is a nudge. Oh, I already said to take control of your life. To know that you have the right to be valued and respected and to speak up for yourself when you're unnecessarily challenged. It could also mean a need to use your power to support others. Like the Winter Empress, you may need to step into the role of parent. The Empress, representing the mother archetype, uses compassion and sometimes sacrifice to support her loved ones. The Father is expressed through the Emperor, however, and uses strength and enforcement of rules to protect what's under his care. The Winter Emperor advises you to use your authority for good, whether in support of yourself or those without a voice. You can choose to be a strong, disciplined leader while also giving others a safe space to find their own sense of power and freedom. Be mindful, as the noble desires to lead and defend can quickly cross the line. So great time to maybe do some journaling about how this has showed up in your life in the past. Like if you have kids, when have you been too harsh? When do you find the right balance of like giving them structure and discipline versus letting them learn their own lessons and have some autonomy? Yeah, so this is for all of us to think about with this Aries full moon coming up. And the energy is increasing to the full moon, and it's on Monday, and then it's a crescendo. Yes, yes. Okay, I see there are a bunch of comments before I go on. Oh, the full moon will be in your first house. Yeah, so this is all about your identity, yourself. Yes, happy Wednesday. Oh, thank you so much. These earrings are from, what's her, Marin Costello. She has a beautiful, beautiful jewelry company. I'll put it in the caption. Yes. Yeah, she's amazing. Okay. Yes, I'm just getting started. Though it's 14 degrees. The sun is at 14 Libra. The moon is at 14 Aries, and the sun is shining on the Saturn of the 10th house of the United States. So we just need to really take care of ourselves, because there could be some really hard things that we see in the collective. Yeah. Okay. 14 degrees. So look to your chart. If you have anything at 14 Cancer or Capricorn, it's a square. Oh, I froze. Okay. Now we're going to do Aries. You get a second card. Aries, you get Winter Strength. The Strength card is about finding the strength within yourself. You may be thinking about how you can fortify yourself. Maybe you need to do some weightlifting. I need to. Yeah, maybe it's about literal strength, Aries. So think about that. Taurus. You get 2 of Winter Pentacles. I'm a Taurus, so this is for me. I'm telling you this. This is the 2 of Pentacles is about balance and balancing priorities. With so much to do, like with, you may be feeling overloaded, and this is, think about what is most important for you to tackle first. Can you delegate anything? Is anything non-important that you can take off your plate? Because with the Two of Pentacles, like on here, it's people ice skating, but you could be skating on thin ice. Like in the regular tarot deck, it's people like you're juggling, and if you have too many things, you can start to drop things. But think about how you can be skating on thin ice if you're not paying attention, you can like fall through the ice. Yeah. So think about what's most important. Prioritization is your call for this. And what prioritization, if you may need some rest, Taurus. Aries would be, if you're a Taurus rising, Aries would be your 12th house. That's a house of retreat, the dream state, self-undoing, and Taurus is an earth sign. So are you overworking? Is overworking leading you to self-undoing? Okay. Ooh, Gemini, 8 of Winter Wands. The 8 of Wands is a card of movement, of forward momentum. So Gemini, what are the tasks that you need to tackle? And Aries and Gemini are in a sextile. There is opportunity with a sextile. And this is in your 11th house. The 11th house is the house of good fortune. So if you're a Gemini rising, the sun will be shining through your 5th house, and the moon will be illuminating things in your 11th house. This is the house of 5th house is creativity. 11th house is the house of friends, group, and associations, hopes and dreams. Both houses of good fortune. This can be a great time to think about what you really want to prioritize. Let me see just quickly what this says for Winter Wands. Wands are fire. Fire is instinctual and inspired. It's exciting. The 8 of Wands, Winter Wands, is one of the most dynamic cards in the tarot, representing a lot of momentum. You can expect to move forward quickly. A relationship may suddenly go from casual dating to eloping. An unexpected shakeup at work may lead to a huge unexpected promotion. Or you may get an enormous order at your business after receiving no orders at all. So there can be quick advancement. So what do you want, Gemini, to quickly advance in your life? Think about it. Is there anything you need to do to take the next steps? Please don't elope. Please don't elope. But otherwise, I think those were all positive things. Please don't go from casual dating to eloping. But if you do, you cannot blame me. I take no responsibility. Okay, Cancer. 9 of Winter Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is the independent lady card. Look at this beautiful card. Oh my God, I love it. She is sitting there enjoying the fruits of her labor. And being proud of what she has built for herself. If you're a Cancer rising, this full moon is in your 10th house of career, public reputation, calling. I take this, I honor this card like I am getting ready for my what I'm teaching in Utah about, it's going to be so good about predictive astrology. And today I'm working on making sure everyone has the right foundation, because you just have to understand how to read a natal chart. So I'm going to be going back over some things that can really help people make sure that their skills, like that they have like a basic foundation to be able to move to the predictive. And so thinking about all the things I've learned and is what I'm doing. But the Pentacles is about earth and money. But yeah, I kind of got off track. I had a tangent. Lara's here. And then I totally forgot what I was going to say about it. Okay. You absolutely deserve any success, wealth, or fame you've achieved recently. You've earned this positive moment of good fortune, and you should take steps to stitch this feeling of accomplishment into your spirit. Absolutely. Take some time, Cancer, at this full moon, whether you're sun, moon, or rising, to think about what you've accomplished. And you deserve it. Yes. Okay. Ooh, Leo, Ace of Winter Pentacles. So this is your 9th house. So this Ace of Pentacles, what do you want to start? In terms of with Aries, it can be Aries is a fire sign. Do you need to start? And the 9th house has to do with our higher thinking, our belief systems. If you want to start a podcast, maybe you'll start thinking about that. The 9th house is a house of broadcasting. That could be something that you're starting, Leo, to help let you shine your light out there. Maybe you're thinking about going on a trip, taking a new class. I feel like this could be investing in a class. Maybe you want to come to Utah with me and learn about predictive astrology. Maybe you want to take some other class like the Tarot Ladies tarot class or anything else. What new start do you want to take? And do you want to invest something in it so that you can maybe increase your own finances or something like that? It also can be health. Pentacles are health or wealth. Have you not been exercising? Do you want to get back into an exercise routine? Can be something you're thinking about. I'm sitting here thinking my dog was laying against my foot and thinking how cute it was. It's his ball. He's laying in his bed. I think of his ball as my dog. Anyway. Okay. Ooh. Virgo. You got 10 of Winter Pentacles. Wow. This is a card of success. So the eclipse was at 29 Virgo. This full moon is in your 8th house. The 8th house is a house of shared assets. If you're in a business relationship or if you're married, and what have you built together? And if you have married with a bunch of children, you can take some time to savor that success about what you've built together. Let me see what else. Or think about your future. The 8th house also has to do with debt. What can you do for a will? This can be a great full moon to think about writing your will or updating it, so everybody, whether you're single or married or whatever, so people know what you want done with your estate when you have passed on. I can't tell you how many people come to me and there's a story about conflict after a parent has died and their wishes were not clearly stated, and it causes a rupture between the siblings. You do not want that. So this is a card telling you to take care of that kind of stuff. Yeah, few cards elicit as much joy as the 10 of Pentacles does. Aries is joyful energy. So this full moon can be very joyful. When it appears, it's a sign that you've made it in the realm of finances, career, and legacy you're leaving behind. Yeah. So, yeah, just think about what I just said. Or think about what you want to be your legacy and what can you... Okay, you're thinking about this legacy card. And what actions can you take right now? Like if you feel like, oh my God, well, I have nothing. What can you take to maybe add a side hustle, work with your budget to make things better? Yeah. Okay, Libra. Ooh, oh, Libra. Okay, Libra, I got the 3 of Winter Swords. So this is the heartbreak card. So this stuff can come up at this full moon in Aries, because at a full moon, the sun and the moon are as far away as they can be. So Libra sun, if this is your sun, moon, or rising, this full moon can bring up themes where you're feeling like, oh my God, I put so much emphasis, and I'm always thinking, if you're Libra's the sign of my partner, can be a lot of times thinking about what the other person, and filtering everything through the other person's responses, and feeling like you're constantly thinking of someone else and maybe your partner, because if you're a Libra rising, you've got Aries on the descendant, thinking about, and it can be a projection, thinking about how they're thinking of themselves when I'm always thinking of them. And you could feel a little internal sense of a little bit of heartbreak. Now, the Aries card was strength. So how can you have some inner strength as you deal with it? The shadow can come up at this full moon in your 7th house of the other. You're looking, especially if you're a Libra rising, but you're looking right at your partner, and you may be thinking about how they're coming up short. Or if you're single, you may be feeling a little themes of loneliness. So how can you get out and about? Let your friends know you want to meet someone. Swords are mental. They're the intellect. So this makes a lot of sense. So with Venus, your chart ruler, if you're a Libra rising, if you're a Libra sun or moon, your sun, they report into Venus, and it's meeting the South Node. So the South Node turns things inside out. So it can really bring these themes up to your conscious attention. This is not a week to be passive aggressive, because if you are, your partner might get aggressive back, and it could cause a big problem leading to heartbreak. So keep that in mind. Yeah, this is one of the most feared cards because it represents pain, sorrow, betrayal, and disappointment. So 3s represent growth, though, and here heartbreak can be a catalyst for change. So you can go back and think about how you've had heartbreak in the past, what you've learned from it, how you're doing things better next time around. If you're like in fear of getting in a new relationship because, oh my God, in the past I've been hurt and I'm going to get into the same story again. No, you're going to learn from the past and have a more healthy relationship going forward. Yes. And so for now, the advice is to let yourself experience this emotional release. Yes. With each purge, whether that's crying, screaming, or sitting in sadness, you allow suffering to move through you, and you can move on, cleansing yourself a little more each time. So, yes. Just be aware you may be feeling very tender, Libra, as you come to this full moon. Yeah. Especially if you have anything around 14. Oh, the tarot lady, Teresa Reed. Yes, Teresa. I'll put it in the show notes. Oh yeah, Casey put the tarot lady's handle in there. Yes, so you can check her out. She's wonderful. I've done lives with her. No, thank you, Wisteria. Yeah. Oh, so Rosie has a Virgo moon at 29 degrees and an Aries sun and an Aries progressed rune. So this is a big time for you. Your your moon was eclipsed with a new start. So watch what is coming to your conscious attention as you move through to this full moon. Yes. A Raven's an Aries moon too. Me too. Yeah, physically be stronger. So just get started. I have had all these things come up, which I'm really enjoying about little, you can follow some of these creators who give little exercises. Some of them are just like, you only have to take a minute or 15 minutes a day. Yeah, you can do some of those to build strength. Okay, Scorpio. Ooh, this is winter consequences. Ooh, this is a tough card too. Winter consequences. I have to read this because this is, 11. Winter consequences. What is 11? Does anyone know what 11 is? Let's see. Hopefully it'll say. What's the card after the Wheel of Fortune? Okay. Okay, this is a person who's sitting in their food storage cellar in despair because he's nearly out of food. Because they didn't take care of responsibilities in the summer and the fall. Okay. This card, Justice. This is the Justice card, which is a Libra card. So this is for Scorpio. This is a 6th house. And the 6th house is the house of routines and rituals. So Justice, like if you haven't taken care of business, there can be themes of things coming up, burdens, or more. The 6th house is a house of ill health, burdens, employees. What else falls in there? Small pets. Yeah, let me just read this. This card is traditionally called Justice, which immediately paints a picture of law when the card is really about responsibility. Taking responsibility can mean owning your mistakes just as much as owning your ability to change how you show up in the world. You can choose to be a good friend, have a great work ethic, or learn how to overcome something you're bad at. You can just as easily choose to be rude and mean, slack off at work, and blame others. This card represents the consequences for your actions. If you have acted with integrity and done all you could do to be the best version of yourself, then the results will mirror your efforts. If someone has treated you unfairly, but you've remained true to your values, they will get their due and your situation will work out in your favor. Additionally, if good things are coming your way, know that it's because your past actions have drawn these blessings to you. There's no need to question your worthiness, as spirit has been fair, matching the energy you set out into the universe. Oh yeah, there's the scales in here. This is so interesting that this Justice card. Well, this is the Winter Tarot. So you're looking at shadows. So you're looking at where in your life have you not been just and followed, and what the consequences are thereof. Is there something you need to take care of so that you can not have any bad consequences? This is the time to think about it, like especially around your health. I think is a good thing because we just had the new moon was in Virgo. So what do you need to do to take care of your health? And this full moon will be in your 6th house. So if there's anything coming up with you with your health, go straight to the doctor. Yeah. Or make an appointment to have it checked out. If you've been putting off your mastectomy or your colonoscopy, this is a good time to take care of it. Or anything else. Getting your blood work done. Yeah. And you can reflect back to the Emperor who's responsible. Yeah. Okay, so this is for Sagittarius, initiate of winter pentacles. And there's someone like sitting at a desk reading. Let me look. What's the initiate? I'm new to this deck, so let me see. Which one is the initiate? Okay, so this is like the page. Yes. Yeah, this is like the page. It's the page is initiate. Knights are apprentice. The queen is artisan, and the king is master. Yes. So, yeah, this is a page of pentacles. The beginning of a plan or adventure, in this case, plans related to career, finance, in the material realms. So this is just a real call for Sagittarius to do some planning. The Gemini card was forward momentum, the eight of wands. Yeah. So what can you plan in order to get forward momentum? This full moon is in your 5th house of creativity, Sagittarius. What do you want to create? Think about that. It's a house of good fortune. Don't just wing it, Sagittarius. Sit down and do a little bit of planning. Yes, that's great for this energy. Okay. Ooh, for Capricorn, the 8 of Pentacles. So Cancer got the 9 of Pentacles. Capricorn got the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is a card of mastery. It takes 10,000 hours to become an expert at something. So you can think about what do you want to be an expert at? Are you putting in the work? If you're a Capricorn, you probably, you may just very well be, and you may even be overdoing it. But yeah, so just think about that. What is a goal that you have now? And you can even think about which a big goal of the year, and what I feel like also recognizing where you put in the work and how you've succeeded because you've done so. Like when you put these two cards together. Yeah, that's really beautiful. There's a lot of pentacles here. Because the new moon was in Virgo. Yeah, so it's about Earth, the material world, our physical health. Let's see, Capricorn, is there anything else I want to say to you about that card? Not really, probably, but let's just look. Oh, and this could be beginning a journey to become a master. Yeah, the energy manifested isn't quick and exciting, but dedicated, patient, and methodical. When you're Capricorn, this is in your 4th house. And the 4th house is the full moon, the house of family, ancestry, as well as your most private self. And this is, if you're a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising, there's something about you being willing to put in effort and delaying the achievement because that's your nature. Yes. And this full moon could just be a time to just honor where you've been and what you've created by being diligent, resourceful, and delaying gratification and putting in energy for success. So it could just be a really nice time to, and is there something new challenge you want to take on? Or do you just want to savor your success? Ooh, interesting. So Aquarius is the apprentice of Winter Cups. So this is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is such a beautiful energy of emotional connection and love. So can you be the Page of Cups is what I'm thinking. This is in your 3rd house, this full moon in Aries. Can you shed, like just tell someone how much you appreciate them or love them, or like the emotional. Aquarius is an air sign. Can you share something emotional with someone? That's a beautiful expression of connection is what I get. It's so interesting. Leo was the Ace of Pentacles, and this is the Apprentice of Cups. Can you say oh my God, how much you appreciate someone who's done, like, helped you with any tasks. Yeah. Just share appreciation. Like, and if it's one of your kids has been really good about cleaning the kitchen or doing the dishes or whatever, yeah, just give them a hug. Somebody might need a hug. You can be the apprentice of cups by giving someone who needs a hug a hug. Okay, let's see. Oh, good, MH Cross. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, good. Yes. D has been trying to convince your boyfriend to elope. I love it. Okay. I tried to convince your Gemini rising. You might convince him this weekend. Okay. Oh, good. Okay, good. Lara's here with my tangent trackers. Okay. Hi, Claudia. Oh. Okay. Hi, Drumstick. Drumstick is your cat's name. I love it. Yes. Tiffany is breaking hearts because she doesn't want to hear men breathe. I love it. Okay. Yes. Most of the time it's projection. Yeah, I'm behind on the comments. Sorry. Oh, Venus South Node in your 7th. Okay. Oh, good. Tiffany has transmuted pain into power and is protecting your peace. I love it. Ooh, so Pisces got 6 of Winter Pentacles. So this is a card of giving and receiving. Of being generous. So Pisces can sometimes be very giving, almost to the part of martyring yourself. So think about, are your relationships balanced? Are you spending too much time trying to take care of other people? Are they taking care of you as well? And if not, think about what you can do to take care of yourself, Pisces. Absolutely. Oh, good. Oh, everybody's talking about how great Teresa's classes are. Yes. Yeah, she's amazing. Okay. Oh, good, Lara. You're taking care of business. Oh, good. Okay, so you're a Pisces rising, Wambrakilla. So 6 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. Let me read a little bit of it. This is a great card of energy of giving and receiving. Yeah. These are 2 cheerful women cooking together, sharing their resources with each other. So maybe you want to have a dinner party or something, or a brunch, Pisces, where you bring over, some friends and maybe make it a potluck rather than you doing everything for everyone. Absolutely. You may find yourself being a giver or receiver, and this card is asking to reflect what it means for you. And this is perfect for this full moon is in your 2nd house of resources. So you really may be thinking about money stuff as this full moon comes up. Share the sun in your 8th house, the moon, which is shared assets, the moon in your 2nd house, which is your assets. Yeah. So Pentacles, resources, but it doesn't have to mean money. You could give your time or experience, or perhaps make a connection with someone else who can be of service. Yes. Are you in a position to give freely without needing anything in return? If you share your resources with an open heart, which a lot of Pisces do, know that you're doing so with the promise that one day the favor will be returned to you. But watch out for just giving is what I'm getting. Too much. Yeah. 6s represent harmony. In this case, this can be a time where you can enjoy some financial stability. So think what you need to do, what steps you need to take. The full moon's in Aries, and Aries really thinks about the steps so that you can create some more stability or financial resources for yourself. And if you have plenty, think about how you can share it. There's so many people who are struggling. What charities can you maybe donate to or help out? Yes. Aquarius was Apprentice of Winter Cups. Apprentice of Cups. So it's like the Page of Cups. So you may get a message, an emotional message of love from someone else or caring, but I suggest Aquarius do it for someone else. Okay, and let me just do MH crosses. So a Pisces sun, Cancer moon, and Gemini rising. Ooh, wow, I love this for you. So you get the card of giving and receiving, the independent lady card, and the movement card. Ooh, so what? Ooh, this is really great. I don't know. I'm getting, you're a Gemini rising. So what steps do you need to take so that, like, vision, what is your goal for yourself? Like, what is your big goal as like your image of yourself, of who you are, what resources you have, and how can you give to others? Like, if you want to be a philanthropist or whatever, and think about what actions you need to take, Gemini. There's a movement. What is the one step you need to do to get to your next goal is what I'm thinking about. And is there someone who you can connect with to build something together? Yeah. Or like if you have your own business, is there a new offering that you want to create that can really help others and bring, like, your giving of your resource from your business that will help your future, solidify your future independence? Like, what do you need to do? If you work for someone else or work at a company, think about what is the next step you want to take in your career. You can think about things like that. Yeah. Oh, you want to elope? That's right. Well, I'm not going to even get into that. Maybe you're going to go on a journey to elope, but don't forget about yourself in relationship. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's my pleasure, Wombrella. You're a Cancer sun. Oh, so you have the same 3 cards. Absolutely. So think about, you're the Pisces rising rather than the Pisces rising. So there's really themes about giving and receiving, but don't forget about yourself. Don't yeah. Yeah. And what in Gemini moon? Maybe this is a call to just, like, who do you want to call? Who do you want to talk to? Who haven't you talked to in a while? I feel like this is about some kind of communication for you as well, being a Gemini moon. But what do you want to build? There's something that's going on right now. The new moons are at the end of signs. And this is going to go on for the whole next year. So we just had a new moon about the end of Virgo, 29 degrees. So there's letting go of something to start something new. And then the full moon is in a different sign. So this energy feels it's a little herky-jerky because something ends and then something comes to your attention, and then you have to make it's more like you're being flexible and reactive because the energy feels a little out of step, out of sync, if that makes sense. Because the full moon's in a different sign than the new moon. So there's this advancing energy where there's a lot of flexibility and change that is needed. And like, what system or thing came up to your conscious attention? Like for me with this eclipse, I've got so much on my plate. I'm trying to delegate stuff to take it off my plate. And like, there's so much going on that I need to take care of myself and I cannot take on another thing. So I've had to say no to some things. That has been what's come to my attention as part of my story. Yeah. Okay. I hope this was helpful, and I will cross-post it on YouTube. I'll put a picture of the cards, and take good care of yourselves. Yeah, the full moon's here to help us to illuminate the shadows, and take good care. Thanks so much for coming and all your contributions.